Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome. This is a big royal congratulations to Olori Naomi and Kabiyesi. Royal congratulations to Olori Naomi and Kabiyesi. They say for the first time since Naomi left the palace, Naomi was able to sit with Ooni of Ife and, Kabiyesi again with some certain elders. Now, when it comes to tradition, there are people who take tradition so personal that, no matter what happens, they carry it on top of their head like Joko. So, as long as that tradition is consigned, they have decided that Naomi and Ooni of Ife can never be together, or let alone sit with them. All of these meetings that have been happening, where Naomi will go, the back and forth movement, Naomi will go, Naomi will come, all of these rituals and all of that. It's not everyone who was involved in it because they feel like they don't want Ife to come after them, that Naomi committed an abomination. And these were key figures that Ooni of Ife would ordinarily want to have, with him. So now you do know that they've done the full moon ritual, the first one and the second one. While they are preparing for the full moon ritual, they said Naomi went to meet with the Ooni of Ife in the palace so that they can do the final cleansing right before the full moon ritual. That is the last full moon ritual. And they said Kabiyesi was with some of these very Ife fundamentalists, these ones that are so. In fact, it's what they know that they want. They don't want any change whatsoever. They said Ooni of Ife defies tradition and brought Naomi in to sit with them. Now, they said something like this had happened before in the past. They all walked away. They walked away not as an act of disrespect to the Ooni of Ife, but as, respect for their tradition, okay? So they walked away because they said they were never going to be part of that abominable act of having them sit with a woman who went out there and disgraced, according to them. I don't know what she did when she said she's not doing again, okay? So right now, as we are hearing, if the information is true, if the information is correct, okay, they said that all too has been taken care of. That for the first time, Naomi came into the palace. These very few elders that were not a part of this whole, and cleansing rituals and all of that, they agreed. And because she has succeeded in doing the first and the second ritual, they already consider her their own, even though it's not going to be out there in public until the final full moon ritual has been done. So this is a win, a big win for Olori Naomi. Now, why am I saying it's a big win for Olori Naomi? I told you I'm Delaram. So if Naomi is happy, I am happy. If Naomi feels that where she feels safe enough is with her husband, the Ooni of Ife, who am I to say no? Right? You understand, right? Who am I to say no? I will support my girl. Wherever she goes, I go. I'll support my girl anytime, any day, anywhere. You know me. When it comes to me, I do not play, this is my favorite. I stand where I am. That is where I am. You know me. You know where I stand, right? So they said that it was one of those achievements that, in fact, made Kabiyesi himself so happy. He may be a king, but you know that people made him king. There are people who are very important right there in the palace. There are stakeholders who must say certain things and agree to certain things before they are done there in Ile-Ife, because it's a traditional community. I hope you do understand this. And so they said this is a very big win for Olori Naomi. They said Ooni of Ife would never, that is something Kabiyesi will not do for anyone. When Naomi stepped in, these men did not get up one after the other to live the way they did the other time. Now, the other time was when? Last year, there was a time that Ooni of Ife had an event in Akure. It was opening one of his real estate firm or a mall or something. Naomi reunited with him there in Akure because he needed Tadenikawo to be there. That was the reason why Naomi came. And when Naomi even got to Akure, Naomi was not even with the Ooni of Ife. They didn't even sit together. Ooni of Ife was seated somewhere else with his wives. Naomi was very, very far there at the back. Naomi only just had to bring Tadenikawo to the Ooni of Ife. But that incident right there was a big problem to the Ooni of Ife because they said that he was undermining their tradition, that he was never supposed to be seen in public with Olori Naomi, that what he did is unacceptable, that if he was going to continue like that, he should step down as a king. They said it was a very serious argument, it was a very serious problem. Serious argument, serious problem, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. He had to pay fines upon fines upon fines. It was during this time out that said he invited Olori Naomi to come. Yes, Olori Naomi went. And Olori Naomi was supposed, what Kabiyesi wanted Olori Naomi to do in front of these very senior stakeholders. At the time Kabiyesi was there with them, there were 4 of them. Nami, he wanted Nami, as Nami was kneeling down, usually their culture is that they kneel down to greet elders. Even Naomi kneels down to greet her husband. Even other Oloris, they all kneel down to greet their husbands. Okay? You kneel down and you greet. So his plan as at then was when Naomi kneels down, Naomi should start talking, apologizing, letting them understand that she was emotional and all of that. As Naomi came, it was Kabiyesi that made Naomi to come. As Naomi came, they said these elders, they all walked away, one after the other. They said they are not going to be a party to that abominable act, that they don't want to be a party to it. That was how they walked out and they left Olori Naomi there. It was hard for her. It was very painful for her. But Kabiyesi knew that they did not walk out in disrespect for Kabiyesi. They walked out because Naomi came in there. These are the same set of elders that Naomi has been able to reconcile with. Kabiyesi has made it possible for Naomi to reconcile with them. So right now, the people who will not be in agreement with what Kabiyesi and Olori Naomi, are doing right now, there will just be like maybe 4% left. And this is a big, big win to Olori Naomi. And that is why everybody is so happy. These are one of the most difficult sets of elders in Ile-Ife. But Naomi, they are on Naomi's side right now. To the glory of God. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget, these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media. Should not be seen as fact.